Have you ever wanted something so bad that you try to force it, try to push it, try to do everything in your power to make it happen? Whether it was a job, a career, your own business, a relationship, romance, or you just, you tried and tried and tried extra harder, putting in extra time and extra effort. And no matter how hard you tried, it just never worked out. You fell flat on your face with the job, with a hobby. No matter how hard you practice, and you just couldn't get it, or with a relationship, no matter how much effort and time and energy and love and care you put in. Today we're going to talk about the act of letting things happen naturally, not forcing things to happen. And this has been a major thing in my life too, that I've learned the hard way, and I want to share that with you. So we're going to start talking about that right now. Hi, my name is Sandra Wyllie. This is my mental health channel where I talk about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and depression. I talk about narcissism and my abusive narcissistic mother. I talk about schizophrenia, and I wrote a childhood memoir, Life with My Schizophrenic Father, which I also talked about my son who has autism and traumatic brain injury, and who was brutally beaten in his placement home. I talk about my unethical psychologist who SA'd me. I've had sexual relationships with, and I took them to the licensing boards. And I come on as a patient advocate for people so they won't feel all alone in their own struggles with their own mental health. But I'm not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you or give you a professional opinion. And all I ask in turn of you is your kindness and respect, please. Now, about trying to force things, I'll give you a good analogy. I'll give you one from my personal life, but I'm going to give you this analogy first. Think of a fruit on a tree, all right? When a fruit is not ripe, it's very hard. And if you try to take something before it's ready to be taken, like that fruit, it's going to be hard to come off the tree because it's not, a ripe fruit will just fall in comparison. It will just fall down to the ground. You don't even have to really pluck it from the tree. If a fruit is that ripe, it'll be so heavy, filled with juices, and it will just fall. But if something is not ready to be picked, and you pull and you pull and you twist and turn and you finally get it, once you have it, it's going to be rock hard, and you take a bite of it, and it's going to be bitter, very, very bitter. And relationships are like that too. When they're not ready to be plucked, when something isn't ready, or a job, a career, or a hobby, when it isn't ready, it's going to be hard and bitter. When it's ripe, on the other hand, it's going to fall right into your hands. It's going to be beautiful and shiny and when you taste it, it's going to be succulent and sweet and soft and all those wondrous things. But the key here is patience. Patience. And I've learned this the hard way myself. Now, I was kind of, upset that I had this online relationship with this woman who is my age, who lived roughly in the area, the same state, not that far away from me. And, she said we were such good friends. I'd known her since I was a child. And I kind of was upset that we never hardly saw each other. We never really, out of social media, we had no contact with each other. And, I got upset with her because of that, and I blocked her because of that, because I wanted it to be more than it was, but it wasn't ready to be. See the difference? And then I talked to my husband about that, and my husband said, just accept the relationship where it's at, you know? Just embrace it and accept it where it is. Don't try to, you know, push it to something more, and don't be upset with it because it isn't something more. So I said, all right, and then I befriended her again, and we talked and everything, and then lo and behold, she said she wants to get together with me, and, you know, see me outside of social media. And I said, wow, see what happens when you just let things happen naturally and don't try to push yourself. And the same with my YouTube channel too. This is another example. Sometimes I would put 2 or 3 videos up a day, trying to get those numbers, you know, trying to get more subscribers. I would push, do all different types of videos, do lives, do shorts, do videos. And the more I pushed, the more people started dropping out, you know, subscribers started leaving. I got less and less views, and sometimes I still think I push too hard. Even now, my views are way, way down, and I think because I work too hard at it, you know. I see other women my age or older, like 65 years older, like 5 years older than me, who have like 34,000 subscribers, who have thousands and thousands of views, and they only post like twice a week, you know. And I'm going, maybe I should cut back a little bit. Maybe I'm doing too much, you know, trying to push to get more and more and more, and instead of just holding back and not pushing as much. And I have to learn that too, not just for relationships, but with like my YouTube channel, that the more I try to produce, you know, to make those numbers grow, the more the numbers are dropping. And this is true when you try too hard in relationships. They never work out. This is true with everything, okay? This is like the law of nature, that things are going to, you know, happen in their own due time, in their own due process. You can't push it through. Like practicing, you know what I mean? If you practice the piano or something, sometimes you do it, whatever you want so badly, you do it over and over and over again, and you end up getting worse at it because you become more frustrated, more aggravated, and then it just backfires. Have you ever noticed that? Even in relationships, like you'll be such a fawner, you'll be a people pleaser, you'll do anything and everything they want in hopes that the relationship will turn into what you want it to, and it never will. That never works out. So you just have to take a deep breath and just have patience and let these things unfold in their own time. And this is what I'm beginning to learn. I'm not fully there yet, but it's like a poem, okay? A poem. When I write a poem, sometimes if I spend a long time on a poem and it's just not coming to me, right? I'm getting writer's block. The more effort I put into it, the more shittier the poem is. Actually, it really is. My best poems, the ones that got published in these magazines, some of these magazines here that you see, Everton Street, like this is one. This is a magazine I got published in. This one right here. I wrote these poems. They came, all of a sudden, the poem came in my head like that, right? And I went to my keyboard on my laptop and I typed that in. And in a matter of a very short time, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes like that, I got that poem out and it turned great. Other times I spent hours on poems and went over it and you know, and changed it, and it was a piece of shit. Why? Because I was trying to force it. It wasn't coming naturally. This is true in sex too. Have you ever... All right, everyone like to talk about sex. I know you like to talk about sex. Don't tell me you don't. Have you ever noticed that when you just don't feel it with someone, you're having sex, And this has happened to me countless of times. Like, you're not really attracted to the person, and like maybe you haven't had sex in a while, and you just have sex with a friend, friends with benefits, or whatever. You're with the person, and you're trying to orgasm, and like, you know, you're trying and you're trying and you're trying, and sometimes you do orgasm and it's a dud. You know what I mean? It's like, ugh, was that it? Is that all? I mean, that was shit, you know? But a great orgasm for me is effortless, or, you know, you don't have to try. It just comes, you know, it just happens. There's no, I don't know if you guys are aware of that, or sometimes you're in relationships that are very, very long and very, very old and lack spark, you know, that sometimes it is very hard to, you know, to feel it, you know, and when you try to push it and try to push it, if you end up getting it, it's a dud, because you're trying too hard, and it's just not there, you know, it's just not there. You can't make something there that isn't there, you know. You got to let things happen naturally, and that's what I'm learning, and that's what I try to hope to express myself in this video. That no matter what, you can't make two people, you know, fall in love with each other, right? They can be perfect for each other. They can be suited for each other. On the Tinder, it says you have all the same interests. You know, you might know all the same people. You have the same background, the same religion, the same value. You know, you might have everything aligned. Everything's aligned. But then when you get together, there's just no spark. You know, you don't feel it. You're not feeling it. And you go, but this is perfect person for me. This person is awesome for me. This person has everything. We have the same values, the same education, the same socioeconomic class, the same, we're both the same political views and everything, you know? But it doesn't happen, right? Nature is not happening. It's not happening, people, you know? And so, yeah. Doing what comes naturally. That's an old song. Anyone know that was on the Lawrence Welk show? How many people are as old as me? I'm 60. That remember the Lawrence Welk show? Remember that? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And next up, we have all these women in these long ball gowns. And they're singing that old song, doing what comes naturally. All right, so let things happen naturally. Don't push, 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 all right? Or you're going to crush it. Like a bird, like a little baby bird. You try to hold on to the little baby bird, and it doesn't want to, you know? And the more tighter you squeeze, you're going to crush the life out of it, you know? You just have to just enjoy it and let it come to you like a butterfly, like an elusive butterfly. Let it just fly and just land on you. Don't go chasing after those. Don't go pushing those things. Now, if you are interested in any of these books here that I have written, poetry, memoirs, biographies, psychology books, then the links to all those are down below in the description. They're all available on Amazon. If you would like to help contribute to my channel, feel free. You can buy me a cup of coffee. The link to that is down below in the description as well. My email address is down there too, so you can write me. It's Leanne, LEEANN827 @hotmail.com, and I will write you back. And if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. That way you'll be notified each and every time a new video of mine comes up. 100% free. You have nothing to lose, so give it a thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends and family on your social media platforms. And until next time, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.